The House recently voted for a FISA 702 reauthorization. I say reauthorization in air quotes because it was actually a dramatic expansion of the power given to the surveillance state to now co-opt any company, not just communications companies like Verizon or Google, but any company to be able to do its bidding through spying on everyday American citizens through the back door. That's what the House passed. And now the Senate, including with the support, shamefully, of Senate Republicans, has now voted to pass that as well. Shame on the Republican Party. Shame on Congress. Shame on our elected leaders. The government you elect is unfortunately the government you deserve, as Thomas Jefferson said, and that was meant for moments like this one. I am sick and tired of hearing of Republicans railing on cable television about the weaponization of government, waxing eloquent, signaling their virtue to our base, while actually then voting to give that government the power that allows that government to be weaponized. It's disgusting. The countless list of Republicans, look everyone who either voted or even some who chose not to show up. This is shameful. I'll give credit where credit was due to the likes of Mike Lee and Rand Paul actually stood up as Republicans with the spine for civil liberties. But for the rest, yeah, it's easy to talk about the weaponization of government when you are literally enacting the statutes that allow that massive surveillance state to continue to grow. Forking over more money to Ukraine while we have problems right here at home. Expanding our surveillance state without justification. Using fear-mongering reminiscent of the Bush-Cheney era. That's the real divide in today's Republican Party. It's not even in the Republican Party, it's the divide in our country. Between a managerial class in the deep state of the government. Involves both parties. It's a bipartisan affair. The worst ideas in Washington, D.C. are often the bipartisan ones. That managerial class and the everyday citizen. At one end of the spectrum is this view that we should use our own resources to somehow fight and even start foreign wars that don't actually advance our interests while expanding an Orwellian security state here at home. Not just through the government anymore, but merging with private companies to do through the back door what the government couldn't do through the front door. That's one vision, supported by most of the Democratic Party and a good chunk of the Republican Party. And on the other side, a vision which says hell no to that vision. That we actually believe in the Constitution. That we believe in the vision that our founding fathers set into motion, that we believe in the Bill of Rights, that we believe in the First Amendment, that we believe in the Fourth Amendment against unreasonable searches and seizures by the government, that we view the Constitution as actually the bright, shining North Star of our country, not some pesky constraint that we find our way around. Next time you have Republicans that stand up about the weaponization of the government against our party or conservatives, ask them how they voted on this bill or whether they voted on this bill, and that'll tell you the truth about how much they actually care versus what type of lip service they're throwing and feeding your way to lull you into submission.